Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 19. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Okay, so this episode starts out with Rock and Britney. Now, Rock is nervous. Him and Britney are going to go meet her grandmother. Britney hasn't seen her grandmother in 6 years, and she's super excited about it. Rock brings up her family, brings up her mother again, and she explodes. She is totally ticked off. She is totally upset. She doesn't want him bringing up her mother and making any claims about her mother. Rock was insinuating that Britney's family doesn't like black people, that her mother is possibly a racist or a classist, something like that. She was very upset, very pissed off. She doesn't want Rock mentioning her mom at all. She throws a full-fledged fit, running off in the bathroom, asking all the people to get out, the camera crew and everything. Here's my thought. I think that Britney doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to say that her mom might possibly be a racist, a classist, elitist, or something like that, because she is truly hoping that her and her mom can rebuild their relationship. And I think she believes that if Rock makes these comments on national TV, that her mom will truly cut her off. She does let us know that while she was in prison, her parents put money on her books every week. One thing that is a little weird too, even though you don't want Rock to suggest that your mom might be racist, throughout the whole time that you guys have been on the show, you have been very clear that your mom is transphobic. So that's still something negative. What I did not really like about it is Rock continued to press the issue, to continue to try to have the conversation after she was already very clear that she didn't want to have that conversation. And I wish that he would have just left it alone. It seems that it's really hard for us to find an episode with Britney and Rock that they are not fighting. There's always an argument. I think that Rock just needs to face the fact, no matter what it is, Britney's parents don't like you. They don't want to F with you because they don't appreciate their daughter's life choices. They are not excited about you not being a naturally born man, and it's hard for them to deal with it. I do think that over time they could probably get past it and, start to rebuild their relationship. At least I hope so. But I don't think being on this show is helping. And I really don't think that Britney and Rock's dynamic, their toxicity, is going to help her parents change their mind anytime soon. That's just my opinion. Get down in the comments, you guys. Let me know what you think. Taylor and Chance. Now, honey, listen, we pick up the show and Sarah, one of Taylor's friends, shows up with Bobby. It seems that Taylor has let them know that Chance was going to stop by to pick up his stuff, and she called her friends for backup. And I would just like to say, I am Team Sarah, okay? Sarah does not play when it comes to her friends. Sarah is very realistic. She is very down to earth, and she's not here for the bullshit, okay? She is that friend that you want to call when the chips are down. I'm just saying. So Taylor explains to them that she found out that Chance was texting someone from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning, and that him and that person sent 171 text messages. Then when she let them know that it was a man, I said, oh boy, the look on their face. While she's trying to fill them in on what was happening between her and Chance, Chance is talking to the production crew, lying his ass off, talking about all that time he was talking to that person, he thought it was a woman. He thought it was Taylor. He's making up a whole bunch of bullshit. There is no way in hell that you are having all of this sexting, 171 sexting text messages, and you have no clue who you're talking to. All lies. Bobby and Sarah helped her pack up Chance's stuff, and they threw it out in the front yard. And I said, well, that just fits perfect because that front yard is a damn mess. The front yard is a mess. The house is a mess. I'm saying to myself, while you're packing up his shit, can you also throw on some gloves grab a few trash bags, walk through the house and throw out a bunch of shit. Also, while you doing that, somebody grab a mop, a bucket of water, and some Pine Sol. Somebody else grab a whole bunch of bleach and go on in the bathroom. Each person take a turn. Clean up that damn house. I'm telling you now, we have not seen a clean house since the moment she donned the Love After Lockup's door. We have never once seen her house clean. However, I do appreciate that she said exactly what I said in my last video. She said, look at my house. Everything looks like it's been glued together. He has really messed up my life. Okay? Yes, look at your house. Look at your house. I blame her. When he did what he did to that damn garage, she should have known then. Don't let this dude touch my place. Don't touch my place. She said exactly what I said. Now she's got to hire somebody to come in and fix that mess. Girl, you are going to need a part-time job to go with your full-time job so that you can pay a contractor, a reputable one, to come in there and fix the bullshit. Your inside of your house look like the outside of your house. I'm sick of it. Anyway, Chance tells the production crew that Taylor created a fake account so she could reach out to her ex-boyfriend. Who gives a damn? Move on, you nasty man. Then he tried to act hard. He told the production crew that he didn't know that Taylor could be that deceitful. Now, he's capable. He's capable of being deceitful, robbing a bank, or punching somebody dead in the face and watching them shake and shiver on the pavement. I said, boy, if you don't shut the hell up, you're willing to do what? You wasn't willing to do shit but piss yourself when Bobo showed up. Production people, call Bobo over to Taylor's. I mean, shit, you a little bitch, Chance. I'm sick of you. Bobby and Sarah did not leave the house. No, ma'am. They stayed like real good friends and family. They're going to stay there to watch her back. Her friend and Bobby gave her some good advice. They said, you need to cut it off. Move on from this guy. Cut your losses. He wasn't shit. He ain't never gonna be shit. He showed you he wasn't shit from the jump. But you still came in, let him live here, tore up your damn house. It's time for him to go. He's been cheating on you and treating you like shit all this time. Then she says, I guess I've just been a dumb bitch to allow him to be here like this and tear up my life like this. Well, ma'am, I don't usually like to call women bitches, but I will agree. I'm going to go ahead and approve that message. So he gets to her house. He's walking through the yard and sees all the trash bags. So he throws her laptop out there on the yard too. So then he just tries to walk on in the door, and she's at the door and not really letting him in. He's going to try to barge into her house. Is there a man in here? Buddy, nobody you can date. Listen, get the hell up out of here. He thought that he was about to come in there and he was going to act an ass, but no. Sarah stepped up to the plate and told him, you don't live here anymore. Get out of here. You can forget it. He's sitting there talking about, but I still live here. No, you don't. No, you don't. Listen, he was no match for Sarah. He knew he didn't want them problems, because I believe there would have been a whole lot of windmilling on his ass had he had stepped 2 more inches into that damn doorway. So he's outside talking to Taylor, trying to get smart, and she tells him that she's got so much more dirt on him that she could say, so he needs to shut the fuck up. And as soon as she said that, he shut the fuck up, but then he came back and he said, were you talking to somebody else? Trying to be the victim. Buddy, get the fuck stepping. Okay, get up out of here, Chance. I can't stand you. Anyway, he's out there trying to act like he's the victim. You know, she's got the house, and he's talking about everything I've done on the house. I don't want any of these clothes. You can keep these trash bags. I don't want these bags. I'm taking the siding. I'm taking the rest of my siding. And she was like, so? I don't want the siding. And then he's going over to his truck. I looked at him. I said, there you go. Trifling. All you got is this truck and this dog and a whole bunch of debt. And now you done tore that truck up and you don't even have that. Then he's asking about his visitation with Mason, talking about, do I need to call a lawyer on Monday? You don't have enough money to contact a lawyer. She has nothing to worry about. Listen, I tell you what, before Chance would ever see baby Mason or any of those children in my house, he would have to take a drug test, because I truly believe that Chance is on that stuff. And, Taylor really needs to sit back and rethink her life. Okay, you decided to bring this man from prison into your home with your small children. Then the man came into your house, pushed your sister out, tore up your house, tore up your credit, gave you a bad bacterial infection, which sent you to the hospital where you thought you were about to die, going from the back to the front. Okay, then he got you pregnant, put you in more debt, cheated on you, embarrassed you down to the national television. You brought that in. You brought that into the lives of your entire family. Now you got to deal with it. You are going to be bothered with this loser for the next 18 years. I tell you what, Taylor, Chance didn't only tear up your house, he tore up your whole damn life. Girl, this is ridiculous. I'm sick of him. That man is a lying bum. He was never going to be shit. Also, Chance always looks like he smells bad. I don't get it. Anyway, her friend was telling her, on Monday she needs to go down and file a restraining order against him, and she's making up excuses. I said, oh gosh, not already? Already you thinking about excuses? Well, his father, he needs his son. His son needs to know his daddy. No, he don't. No, we don't. And if you need to have visitation with that baby and Chance, it needs to be supervised, or it needs to be right down to the McDonald's play area in public. Okay, not at your house. I'm just saying. And then at the end, we just see him coming and knock on the door again. He's talking about, we'll probably make up in about 2 weeks. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have hotel money. To this day, he still has nowhere to go or hotel money. He's just trash. Anyway, moving on. Justine and Michael. So Michael comes home with some absolutely gorgeous flowers. He's trying to put a little razzle dazzle in before he explains to Justine that they're not going anywhere. So he comes in, he gives her the flowers, and she thinks they're beautiful. She loves them. Then he explains to her that they messed up a little bit. They didn't fill out the paperwork. Either it came and they threw it away, or it came and they just didn't know what was going on and they missed it. So now they can't move for either 30 to 90 days. Justine loses her shit on his ass. It turns out that their lease is up. They need to get out of that place. She also mentions that the place that they allegedly bought out in Las Vegas is $4,000 a month. And even though it's not my business, I would like to know, where are you getting the money? Where are you getting the money? Anyway, now she says that she canceled her C-section. I don't understand doing that. My thing is this. You went all the way out there to the Rhode Island. Okay, you told his kids, broke their hearts. We're moving to Las Vegas. You allegedly bought a home. You have withdrawn the kids from school. You have packed up the entire damn house. You have canceled your lease. And y'all didn't check to make sure that all this shit was in order. Two grown people. Okay, now let me tell you something, hon. I'm not doing this to my children. No, ma'am. I am not falling in love with a felon, bringing him into my home, and making my children have to abide by his fucking parole. Your crime, you do the fucking time, not my children. Okay, we are not postponing anything because we are waiting for you to get your parole in order. I don't think it's fair to the kids. That's just my opinion. Now, when he first told her this, I said, well, listen, if you really do have a home there, why is it that Justine and the kids can't just go ahead, fly ahead to Las Vegas while he figures out what he's going to do in the next 30 to 90 days, then come out there? And I said, well, she's going to be having a baby soon. Maybe she can get her mother, if her mom can get, off work or whatever she's got going on, or his mom even. Maybe one of them would be happy to fly out to Vegas to help them get settled in and get everything there, be there for her in case she goes into labor before he gets back. Something. Because what are y'all going to do? Well, when he explains it to the kids are questioning his ass down to the ground. Her son, Ben, says, how long are you going to be on parole? And he says, you'll be 30. WeTV is shady as hell. They put up the little boy's 10. So he says, you're going to be on parole for 20 years? Kylie got smart with him. Listen, Justine tried to shush her, pipe her down from getting smart with him, but she said no. She's like, let's be real. You canceled your C-section. And he said, well, I shouldn't have let her cancel that C-section. And she said, so you knew that you didn't have the approval? And he said, well, I didn't know for sure. You childish. You childish. The kids are smarter than Justine and Michael. One thing that did melt my heart is little Ben went and got in Michael's arms and he hugged him and he said, I love you. So, Santana then went and hugged Michael too. Kylie went to her room. She said, I'm sick of this shit. She's not feeling it at all. Michael did bring up the option that they could just move ahead, and Justine said, no, I'm not having this baby without you. Justine, you need to start thinking about them kids. Them kids need to be settled. You need to be somewhere that you can have your baby comfortably. They need to be back in school. This is crazy. I don't know. I'm sick of them already. Moving on. Melissa and Louie. Okay, so Melissa and Louie are taking a walk through their town, and it was a cute little quaint town. Melissa tells Louie that she's been keeping something from him. She then goes on and lets him know that she had a consultation regarding her rhinoplasty, and she had already put the money down. She had already paid for it, and she had scheduled it. Louie got all upset, and at first I said, why is he so upset? This is her face, her nose, her money. What does it have to do with you? She paid for your teeth. Leave this woman the hell alone. If she wants to get her nose worked on, allow it. But then he brought up the fact that he wants to be there for her and he's got to get permission from his parole officer. And that's another thing I was thinking, geez, I could never deal with that in my own personal life. I don't want to have to work around your parole. Ugh. Anyway, after he said that, I understood where he was coming from. As her boyfriend, as the man in her life, he wants to be there for her, but he's got to get permission to leave the state because her surgery is in New York. She brings up something about she's going to have to take a pregnancy test, and I think she really just wanted to find out how Louie felt about them possibly having a baby instead of just being mature and saying, hey, what do you think about children? She wants to go around the damn bend. We don't give a shit. Anyway, Louie tells her, which is correct, that he doesn't think it's the time for them to have kids. And she tries to say he doesn't want to be responsible. I think that he's more responsible than you at this time. Anyway, they get ready to go to New York. He tells her he wants to take her to this pizza place. She gets all upset. She's sick of pizza. She doesn't want to hear about pizza. She's got an attitude about it. He takes her to this really cute little pizza place. It turns out the owner of the pizza establishment is the guy who taught Louie how to make pizza. He knew Louie, for a long time. And Melissa was quite rude and disrespectful. Her face was all torn up while that man was trying to, introduce her to this guy. And then Louie is back there making pizza. He was just in pizza heaven. And I said, well, maybe Louie can get a job as a personal trainer. And then maybe later he should just open up his own little pizza place. He is really into pizza. Anyway, Louie tells her that he got a job. He's going to be working at a pizza place down the street from their apartment. She loses her shit, talking about he's going to be making what a 17-year-old makes. I never would have moved into this apartment and asked him to come down here if I didn't think he could make more money and, contribute. Here's the thing. Melissa is always pissed off with Louie, no matter what. If the man has no interviews, she's mad as hell. If the man has an interview, she's mad as hell. If Louie does not have a job, she hates his guts. If he does go out and get a job, it's not enough. I have no idea where and what kind of job she thought that he was getting. The man is a recovering addict who spent 10 years in jail. Where did she think he was going to be hired? And you know what? Melissa works for the United States Post Office and she works as a bar. It's not like she's the president of AT&T. Ma'am, Leave this dude alone. He may not be working at IBM, but he's at least working and he's trying to contribute something. You know, he told her he's been applying and applying and applying and nobody's hiring him. And the only reason he got the job at the pizza place is because they don't do a background check. Leave the man alone. He will keep searching for something better. In the meantime, at least allow him to make something. I'm just disgusted with Melissa, Chevelle, and Quaylon. Now, honey, listen, Chevelle is wearing another terrible outfit. Just inappropriate in a bad wig. Oh, I mean, I just get so hurt every time she is on my screen. My feelings get hurt. I said, no, ma'am, I don't get it. Where are you getting these fashions? Where are you buying these wigs? You don't have any friends. I mean, it's tough. It really is. So, you know, her and the cute Maila meet up with her mama and Quaylon's mama. And they go to this bridal place. And the first dress she tried on, I said, no, ma'am. You know, I would just like to say that I have been in about 27 weddings. You know, I'm sick of this shit too. Always the damn bridesmaid, never the fucking bride. You know, I'm real pissed about it. But you know what? I'm not bitter. I'm going to move on from this shit. Anyway, when I'm down to the bridal place, which is too damn often since I'm not the bride. Oh my God, I'm going to move past this. Oh, 1 minute. Damn it! Oh my gosh! Okay, I'm gonna move on. I do realize that when the brides come, even though I'm not the bride, but anyway, when they show up there, they always have on appropriate bras, you know, and underpants, so they can get a real feel, a real judge, you know, on the dress. Sometimes they even sometimes they even fix their hair kind of like they think their hair is going to be for the wedding so that they can get the total look, pretty much, you know, close to it. I don't give a damn which dress Chevelle put on. The fact that those boobs were hanging low and that tattoo was ginormous and that wig was so synthetic, I hated it. I was screaming at the TV saying, well, what? What's going on? Now listen, Chevelle. In the end, she picked the second dress, which is, it's nothing wrong with the dress. You know, nothing wrong with the dress. I'm going to tell you something, Chevelle. Now listen. What you need to do is you have got to get a quality bra, a quality girdle, and then you have got to go down to a reputable hair place. And what you do is you just go right up to the counter and you ask them to show you the human hair wigs with a part. That's what you do. And if you can't afford one of the real good ones, ask them to point you towards the sales rack. Okay? And if you don't have any good stylists there in your town, YouTube is free. Please, for the love of God. And for my nerves, I'm begging you, please, stop doing this to us. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm getting so emotional about this bride thing. Anyway, good God, peeps. She ends up having this bridal shower. And I said, you know, maybe, wait. While they were at the bridal shop, Quaylon's mama was asking her mother if she was going to, you know, contribute to pay for this wedding. And she said no, but she might chip in on the food because she likes to eat. And Quaylon's mom had the nerve to get an attitude about her not paying for this wedding. I said, wait a minute, these people are in their 30s. She already has a child. They are already living together. This marriage should never really be happening. And you want her mama to pay for the shit? No, ma'am. So her mom says, well, you so busy worried about what I'm paying for. What are you paying for? She's talking about, well, traditionally, the husband's family don't pay for anything. Well, then shut all the way to hell up. Okay? Traditionally, when you grown as hell with a baby already and you shacking up, a lot of families don't want to pay for that shit. I am one of those. You know what? I'm just saying. Good the hell on. Anyway, they both did agree that they think these kids is rushing this wedding. And I think so too. But they get down here to this bridal shower, and I said to myself, I think that Chevelle knows good and damn well that her and Quaylen should not be getting married. But she wants to get married because she wants the party. She wants the glitz. She wants all that. But one thing I can say is she showed up there with another bad wig, but at least the dress wasn't too bad. Anyway, she's sitting down with Quaylen's family, and they voiced their concerns. You know, they think that they, might be rushing things. However, even though after they voiced their concerns to Chevelle privately, they also offer their blessing and love. And I said, well, that's real cool. But then she goes over to see her family, who are all wearing bad wigs and synthetic. Anyway, it runs in the family. Dear God. So anyway, I'ma move on. Her mom starts reading Quaylen for filth, saying that she shouldn't marry him. He ain't changed. He ain't done with his cheating. I mean, she is lighting his ass up. And Chevelle stands up for her man and says, Mom, you have been so rude throughout this whole process. Her mom said, rude or real. Now, I don't know what happened since the last time we seen her mom on this show, but the last time her mom was on here, I was really team her mother. But now it seems that her mom really likes to be on TV, and she has really acted up. So she was going in on Quaylen. Chevelle was trying to stand up for her love and her man. And then Quaylen's mom comes over and says, Chevelle, it's okay. Today is your day. And she starts to pull Chevelle away. Well, Chevelle's mom gets all upset. That's my daughter. Quaylen is your son. You birthed Quaylen. That's my daughter. She tried to pull her daughter to the side. Chevelle storms off. She's devastated. And all of this is happening in front of Maila. What the hell? Anyway, Quaylen comes in and what's going on around here? Not a damn thing. You and Chevelle need to take that bad wig and that dress down to your local courthouse and just get married there. Or better yet, don't get married at all. Anyway, moving on. Lindsay and Blaine. Now listen, this is going to be quick because I'm sick of them. Blaine is tired. He fed up. He depressed. He can't sleep at night. He's stressed out. Lord Jesus. I got Lindsay here. My child is here. I got to be a daddy now. Miley is here. I'm driving her around. I'm the taxi of the group. I'm out here taking the trash out. Stuff is going on. Lindsay got 40 years. She looking at. She treat me like shit. I'm stressed out. He goes to the doctor. They give him a medical marijuana card. Lindsay loses her shit. I said, ma'am, you went down to the doctor's office and got yourself an IUD. Didn't tell him shit. He went and got him a medical marijuana card, and you have lost your shit. She calls this attorney that they haven't paid for, and this man is still helping her and giving her advice. I said, what type of fake ass law office is this? Because I'm telling you, I know a couple lawyers, and they're not giving you shit for free. Anyway, she asked him about this medical marijuana, and he says this could cause problems for her because of her federal situation. The feds, they don't put up with no medical marijuana or any other kind of marijuana. Anyway, she's got an attitude about it. How could Blaine put her in this position? Anyway, she goes home. She's still pissed off about this medical marijuana. She's in there trying to make some bacon. I said, look at her trying to convince us that she's Susie Homemaker. Girl, we are not fooled. Anyway, she gets into an argument with Blaine talking about he don't do shit. She's doing everything. She is, bringing home the bacon, fried it up in the damn pan.
I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never let you forget you're a man.
Because she's a woman, Angeline. Anyway, next thing you know, they're arguing back and forth about who does what. I tell you what, neither one of them clean that place up. Neither one of them wipes anything down, throws anything out. The place is a damn disgrace. Anyway, they're doing all this screaming and hollering. Miley is there. So is the little boy. Go to your rooms. Oh my gosh. Blaine gets all upset, slam, flips the whole damn frying pan of bacon across the damn kitchen. Just a mess. You know what? I'm sick of them. WeTV, I have to say it again. Stop doing this to us. Whew. Last but not least, Sean and Sarah. Oh boy, I think that they are definitely feelers. They just filled him in when they got, 5 minutes. Nobody gives a shit. They're working that tow company. The tow truck is shit. And Sean has put all his money on all the credit cards. They have spent all their savings. She's sitting at home doing nothing and taking tow orders. We don't have any money. Sean has used all the money. Sean is talking about if this tow business doesn't work, they are busted. They are through. They are bankrupt. It's a whole lot of shit going down. Anyway, my thought is this. If you know that Sean is out here trying to get this tow trucking business to work, you are sitting at home taking 1 and 2 tow calls every now and again. Why don't you either, one, try to find you a real work from home job so that you can actually start contributing to this household, or get you a part-time job in the evenings when Sean comes home, at your local 7-Eleven. I don't give a shit. Do something to contribute, because all I see is Sean not paying any of his damn child support. He's not helping Kelly and those kids, but you just got a tummy tuck and a boob job, and your makeup makes you look like dead bestie Julie. What the fuck? Both of y'all need to do better. I'm sick of that shit. And you also got a free daycare provider. Why don't you do your mom a favor and get somebody to do her fucking hair? I'm so sick of seeing that shit. Anyway, she's upset because she thinks that Anthony is on that stuff, which he probably is. And all I'm going to say about that is you take the chance. You never know what you're going to get. You knew that he was newly sober when you brought him back into that little girl's life. You should have insisted upon him getting at least a year's sobriety under his belt before you brought that boy back into that little girl's life. Now she's going to be devastated when she finds out this jackass is gone. That's all I'm saying. I'm sick of this shit. These people got my blood pressure up. I'm always the damn bridesmaid. It's too much. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you're thinking. And until next time, bye.